Today is the first day of the implementation of the 11 peso minimum wage for passenger jeepneys. To tell us what the drivers and passengers think about this, we now have Greg Gregorio. He's reporting to us live from Quezon City. Good morning again, Greg. Let's start with the drivers. How do they feel about this hike in the minimum fare? Is this enough to give them some sort of reprieve?
Yes, Charles, first let us highlight that this fare hike only means 1 peso increase for the minimum fare in the National Capital Region, Central Luzon, Calabarzon, and Mimaropa, following the earlier 1 peso provisional fare hike approved by LTFRB during the earlier part of June. But this also means 2 peso fare hike for the minimum fare in other regions. Now, we were able to talk to some of the drivers here in Quezon City, and they say 1 peso increase is already good, as this would give them at least about 300 peso increase to their take home for their families each day. However, there are also some who said that minimum of 5 peso increase for the minimum fare would be needed for them to be able to shoulder the continuously increasing prices of fuel in the country. Charles?
Greg, so much for the drivers. How about the passengers? What do they think? Are they fine paying this extra 1 peso, or were there any strong reactions against it?
Charles, most of the passengers that we were able to talk to said 1 peso is nothing for them, as they know that this would help the drivers who have been affected by the pandemic and the continuously increasing fuel prices. But there are also some who said that the 1 peso increase in the fare might only be seen as 1 peso increase for a single ride. But if you will have to compute or factor in the number of jeepney rides that they would have to take for at least a month, this would require them for about 100 pesos or more, which could probably spend for the family's budget in a month. Charles?
Greg, we're talking about the conventional passenger jeepneys. What about the minimum fare for the modern jeepneys? Were there any changes or adjustments there?
Yes, Charles, along with the fare increase or the minimum fare increase for the traditional jeepneys, these modern jeepneys are now also allowed to ask for higher minimum fare. From the previous 11 pesos, they are now allowed to ask for 13 pesos for each passenger. But earlier, Charles, when we were able to talk to some of the drivers of modern jeepneys, they say they have yet to start the minimum fare hike for the modern jeepneys, as their fare systems isn't recalibrated yet. So they would have to wait for their ticketing system or their fare system to be recalibrated for them to start the fare hike for their passengers. Charles?
Thanks for those updates, Greg. That was Greg Gregorio reporting live from Quezon City.